Good morning, everyone. This is the second video, and in which we will learn how to create EC2, the Linux EC2. Earlier in the previous video, we learned how to create the Windows EC2. And now in this video, we will learn that how to create the Linux EC2 instance and how to log in it, and thereafter we will run simple Linux command. Okay, so this is the AWS console and I'm just logging it, and here I need to supply my login name and password. Okay, I'm logging with the root user. There are two types of user are there, the root user and the additional subordinate user. So right now I'm logging with the root user, and the root user is Krishnan Gopal 04 at the rate of outlook.com, and now I'm giving the password. So now this is the main console is there, and now I'm clicking on EC2. In the EC2 dashboard, this is the EC2 dashboard is there, and you can see here the running instance is 0. I'm clicking on running instance, and right now there is no instance is running. I'm clicking on launch instance. Okay, and these all are the images are there, and right now there are 40 image is showing in this console, and these are the ISO, or you can say the image that has been created by AWS. Okay, so as of now I'm the Mumbai data center. You can see here the Mumbai is here. I'm selecting the very first one, and is a free tier eligible, and I'm selecting the in the instance type the T2 micro with the 1 GB RAM with the one CPU and with the low performance network card. Okay, I'm just selecting this is my availability zone, and I'm not giving any preference, and right now it will get create either in 1A, 1B or 1C depending upon its availability or algorithm of the AWS, and I'm adding storage. So now you see here this is the root volume. This is the, you can say, the operating system volume in which the Linux operating system would get installed, and by default it is taking at 8 GB only. Clicking on next, and I'm taking the by default uh, security group. So right now it is taking the launch wizard to the security group, and it is by default it is opening the SSH port, and the port number is 22, and it is allowing everyone that can log into this machine and review and launch. So right now you can see the image is Amazon Edo Linux, and instance type is T2 micro. Security group is this, in which we have opened the port 22. Okay, and with the storage with the 8 GB of hard disk. Okay, so now I need to create the key pair through which I will be able to logging. Okay, so now I'm just creating the new create new key pair, and I'm giving the name Mumbai key 2. Okay, and downloading, and it is showing that where we need to download. I'm saying save as in the download and clicking on save. So right now it has been downloaded. We can see here the Mumbai key 2.pam, and pam is the extension of this key. Okay, and launch instance. Now I'm going to again EC2 dashboard. Running instance. So now you can see here the running instance is running and status is initializing, and this is the public IP has been given to this machine, and this is, you can say, the dynamic public IP. And let me give the name my second virtual server, Linux. Let me click on refresh. So right now this server has been created in the AP South 1A data center with the IP of this, with the key name, with the Mumbai key 2. Okay, and there are three icons are there. First, you just see here the first, second, and third. When I'm clicking on this, so now I have the more space just to see the instance. When I'm clicking on this one, so you can see I have the less space, and this one is the medium. So now you can see here, if I browse it, so you can see here the public IP is also there. So for each instance we are creating, for each virtual server we are creating, there would be the private IP and the public IP. The private IP would be must, it is mandatory, but public IP is optional. That either you need the public IP while creating the instance or not. Okay, and moreover you can attach the public IP as well. So right now there is a private IP, and the private IP is fixed. It cannot be changed, and the public IP would get changed once you reboot the machine. Once you shut down the machines and bring it up again, the public IP would get changed. Okay, let me refresh it. So right now it is still initializing. Okay, and let me show one more thing to you. When we are going to volumes, in the volumes you can see here the 8 GB volume would be there. 8 GB volume would be there, the 8 GB. Okay, and this volume is same that we have created right now, but it is automatically created while creating the instance, while creating the Linux server. It is being created automatically. You remember we selected 8 GB hard disk, so this is showing the 8 GB hard disk is there. Okay, and the specialty is there. Once you delete this instance, this hard disk would get deleted automatically. But once you stop this Linux machine, this hard disk would be there. Okay, so let me go to the instance again. And okay, now it is showing 2 by 2 checks. So it means that this server is still up, and now we are able to log in. We can log in it on this server. Okay, so now you can see here, one second. Okay, let's go to connect. For this connecting or to access this machine, we have the three options are available: standalone SSH client, session manager, and EC2 instance connect. So now I'm just selecting the third one and taking EC2 dash user. So now you need to check it that EC2 user is the default user. When we create the machine in Windows, it is showing the administrator user. The administrator user is getting created automatically in the Windows machine. But in the Linux machine, EC2 dash user, EC2 hyphen user is getting created automatically, and it is the admin user. Okay, let me connect it. It will take little bit time just to connect very first time. So now you see, I'm connected with this machine. Okay, so once I'm saying here the ls, so you can see there's no directory is there. I'm saying pwd. It is showing right now I'm in the directory of EC2 user. I'm saying cd dot dot. Now I'm saying pwd again. So right now I'm in the home. I'm saying ls. So right now it is having the one directory is there. I'm saying cd dot dot and pwd. So right now I'm the root volume. I'm saying the ls. There's so many, you can see the folders, so many directories are there. Okay. So now in this video, our purpose was how to create the Linux EC2 instance, how to log in and run the simple Linux command. Okay, so if you give here the date command, you can see the date as well. Okay, if I want to move to, you can say this dev folder. So you can do it like you can type it cd dev and you can just say pwd. So right now you are in the dev folder. You can say ls. So right now it is showing all these things. Okay, and now I if I need to disconnect it, I'm just closing it. Okay, and in case I need to shut down this machine, I'm going to action and I'm going to stop it. Okay, so you just see the IP address. IP address is ending with a 158. Okay, so now I'm stopping it. It is saying are you sure you want to stop these instances? I'm saying yes. So right now it is in stopping state. Let me refresh it. It is in stopping state. Let me refresh it again. It will take a little bit time, either with a 30-second to 60-second. Okay, so now you see here it has been stopped. Okay, and now there is no public IP have been assigned. There is no public IP is there. Okay, when I'm again selecting it and going to action, in the instance state, I'm clicking on start and it is giving the pop-up. Are you sure you want to start these instances? I'm saying yes. So now you see this server have been running and right now it is being initializing. And you can see here the public IP has been changed. Now it has got the another public IP. So it means when you are rebooting the machine, you will get the new dynamic public IP. But in case you need the fixed IP, in that case you have to pay more. You have to pay more. AWS is giving the option in that case if you want to assign the fixed IP and you want to release this IP, it is also possible. I will show this in my next videos. Okay, so now you can see right now it is being initializing. Okay, let me give some more informations. I told you the private IP and the public IP. I have also told you about the volumes that the automatically attached hard disk to this instance. Okay, and in case I'm going to dashboard and going to running instance and right now it is initializing. Okay, if I'm okay, leave that and now I'm going to action. If I'm going to terminate this, in that case, what will happen? Now it is showing the message while terminating instance. So here the what do you mean by terminate? Terminate means deleting the instance. Terminate means decommissioning this instance, that you are permanently removing it. You do not need this instance. And now it is giving the warning. On the EBS backed instance, the default action is for the root EBS volume to be deleted when the instance is terminated. It means that we have the 8 GB attached volume is there. Once I click on terminate instance, this 8 GB volume would get deleted automatically. Okay, let me click on yes terminate and you just see here the message in the instance state have been changed and it is showing that it is shutting down. Okay, and now after a few seconds it will show terminated in the red colors.